Hello and welcome to Supergroup, a podcast where I talk to local songwriters and musicians about the artists who have influenced their music, and together we recruit famous musicians to form the guest's own supergroup. The guest chooses a drummer, a bass player, a keyboard or rhythm guitarist, a lead guitar, and then finally a singer to duet with. I am your host Neil King, and my guest today is local singer-songwriter Adam Melvin. Adam, welcome to the studio. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah.
Good. Well, we're going to talk about your influences today, and we're going to build that kind of dream band. Before we do, we're going to hear a clip of one of your songs. So, what's the first song you'd like to play for us?
The first song is called Stay for Good, so it's off my last EP called The Fourth Sessions.
Fantastic. Okay, let's have a listen.
I'll be gone for another year till the leaves turn brown and the sun disappears into warmer climes. Now I ask myself, where will you go? And with eyes open wide, she didn't know what to say. Take it away, but it's here to stay. Take me away, but I'm here to stay for good.
Okay, that was Stay for Good by Adam Melvin. And where's that available?
That's available on CD at gigs, but also it's on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, so any digital platform you can get that. If you type my name in, you'll find it.
Fantastic.
It's called The Fourth Sessions.
The Fourth Session. Let's talk about your influences then, and kind of what's inspired you to be a songwriter. So first of all, we'd like to talk about the band you listened to growing up. So what kind of music was in the house?
So from a really young age, I listened to Deep Purple.
Oh,
so
wow.
There's pictures of me like with my earphones on, listening to Deep Purple when I was about 3 or 4. Also, things like my mum and dad always had like the Eagles on.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
So I'm massively into kind of country now, and I think that's probably why.
Yeah.
Other bands like like Bowie, David Bowie, T-Rex. So kind of a lot of classic rock.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what got me playing guitar. My dad's a musician as well.
Oh, right, okay.
He plays guitar and he taught me to play.
Yeah.
So obviously there was always guitars around the house as well. So that really got me into it.
Fantastic. What age were you when you started playing?
Well, mum and dad told me a story about me actually hitting my dad's guitar at the age of about 4 with the tremolo arm off his electric. But actually playing probably about 9 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah, properly.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so some good bands there. I've heard of all of them.
Yeah.
That's great. I love the Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're one of my favourites.
Amazing.
We always tell people's age by the format of what they listen to.
Yeah.
So was it CD for yourself?
CD it was, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, CD.
So we're going to start recruiting your dream backing band.
Okay.
So we start at the back, the heart of the band. I say that because I'm a drummer. So who would you have on the drums and why?
Okay, so I'd have Dave Grohl.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Now, I've just read a biography of Dave Grohl, so that might be why.
Yeah.
But I'm a massive Nirvana fan, big Foo Fighters fan. He is just a solid drummer, isn't he? And the fact that he can play multiple instruments and he records a lot of... I mean, the first Foo Fighters album, he recorded him completely himself, didn't he? So I think he'd be a solid backline to have,
Such a character as well.
Yeah. Keep it all together.
Fantastic. Yeah, as you said, he can move around the band for most instruments as well.
Yeah. Get him in on the other instruments, couldn't you, as well, if you were struggling.
Awesome. Okay, so Dave Grohl, that's a good choice on the drums. And let's complete the rhythm section. So who would you have on bass guitar?
Okay, bass guitar is a bit of a wild card. So Twiggy Ramirez, who was Marilyn Manson's bassist.
Okay.
I don't think he plays for him anymore. It was always kind of a really solid bit. I'm sure he does lots of other projects as well, but he was mainly Marilyn Manson's bassist. Yeah. That's how I know him. I think if you can hold it together while Marilyn Manson's kind of jumping around the stage and destroying the stage, I think you can do anything really. So and he's really tight bassist, so I think he'd be solid. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think those two would work well together as well. They're quite they can be quite heavy.
Both kind of rock, aren't they? So yeah.
So we got our rhythm section then. Dave Grohl and Twiggy Ramirez.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's a good name as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to hear another one of your songs. So what's the second song you'd like to play for us?
Okay, this is Better Man. This is also on my Fourth Sessions EP. available on Spotify and iTunes and everywhere.
Brilliant. Okay, let's hear it.
Goes out at Christmas, tries to be a better man. Told him they could save his soul even if he can. And he goes to work on Monday, tries to be a better man. But working 9 to 5 was never his plan. And in life to try to teach you right from wrong. It's all just a game that having fun. Keep you like a card till they are done. Life they try to teach you right from wrong.
Okay, that was Better Man by Adam Melvin. Again, that's available Spotify, iTunes, all the usual places.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so we've talked about the bands you had in the house growing up. What kind of bands did you discover as you got a bit older, maybe teenage years? Or
So I got quite heavily into kind of more modern rock and metal.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a kind of classic route from those earlier bands.
Yeah.
So obviously I was into Metallica, I still am, bands like that. Really sort of moving forward, I got a lot more into kind of alternative country music.
Okay.
Which is probably why I'm playing a lot more acoustic guitar and things like that.
Brilliant.
So there's a guy called Jason Isbell who's quite big in the kind of sort of Nashville scene at the moment. I'm really into him now. And Tyler Childers is another guy that I'm very much into.
Fantastic.
Same sort of, I think he's from Kentucky. So these are really like kind of deep south sort of proper country. So quite an interesting journey from classic rock.
Yeah, there's a definite connection there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All your choices are quite cool at the minute, I have to say. So what I like to ask is, who's your guilty pleasure as a band or an artist?
But don't mind a bit of Taylor Swift every now and again.
Taylor Swift, okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
We can live with that.
Yeah.
We can live with that. Okay. Okay, so we're going to continue recruiting members for your backing band.
Okay.
So the next one we ask is a keyboardist or a rhythm guitarist. That's one position, so you can choose which you have.
Okay, I think I'll go rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think he's probably one of the most sort of innovative rhythm guitarists sort of ever, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
he's with all his crazy techniques that he uses
Yeah.
and things, but also a really solid rhythm guitarist. Great, played in great bands, so yeah.
And again, you can play that kind of hard style you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, it's turned into quite a heavy band,
I know,
actually, now
yeah.
I think about it.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
they're going to be playing country songs, are
No,
they?
no. It is quite an eclectic choice, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, but great musicianship as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Then the big position, really, lead guitar. Who do you have on lead guitar?
Okay, so lead guitar, I'm going to go back a bit and have Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple.
Brill, yeah.
So he can kind of maybe bring it down a bit more classic rock.
Fantastic.
So hopefully he'd hold it all together.
Yeah, and that's your older influences
Yeah,
coming through there.
As long as he didn't sort of, decide not to come on stage or something.
Fantastic. So that's the band's shaping up nicely, isn't it? So we've got Dave Grohl and Twiggy on the drums and bass.
Yeah.
We have Tom Morello, is it?
Tom Morello on rhythm.
Rhythm guitar, and Richie Blackmore on lead guitar.
Yeah.
Shaping up nicely. That's great. So we'll leave your band there and we'll talk about your own music again. So I believe you've been recording new songs.
Yeah, I've been down with Jippo down at Balgrove Studios in the summer. I've recorded 4 new tracks, which I'm hoping to release. I've just got the final mixes this week, so I'm hoping to release them over the next few months. So that's been great fun. So they're 4 completely original new songs. A bit different this time. So I've me and Jip have actually recorded a lot of the all the instruments ourselves. So it's much more of a band feel this time.
Oh, great.
Whereas previous releases have been kind of just guitar and vocals mainly.
Yeah.
So we've got all sorts. He's played bass for me and percussion, and I've played guitar, lead guitar. A bit more interested on the vocals as well.
Yeah.
Harmonies and that kind of thing. So it's shaping up to be like a really interesting kind of EP, hopefully.
And did you go in the studio with the songs completed, ready for recording, or did you kind of build them up?
The actual songs were done, so they were kind of as an acoustic guitar song, they were finished. But what Jippo helped me do was kind of make them into a full band track. So we kind of, some of the parts we wrote in the studio, but the basics were there, kind of thing, for the songs.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That was good fun down the studio with
Brilliant,
Jippo.
Yeah. I mean, I could get used to that, being in the studio all day.
So much
It's
fun,
enjoyable.
isn't it?
Yeah, but this time I want to maybe release them as singles
Yeah.
instead of one EP to sort of fit the kind of modern streaming.
Yeah.
That's how things are done, I think, now,
Yes,
isn't
it's
it,
true,
really?
yeah.
And then possibly have it as an EP at the end when they've all been released.
So let's listen to one of the new ones then. What do you want to play for us?
So this one's called You and Me, which is hopefully going to be the first single. So that should be out this month, hopefully, September.
Fantastic. Okay, let's have a listen.
Talking of things to come, walking in the sun, and tell me what we've become, walking in the sun. We'll never shine as bright as you and me, bright as you and me. Never know how bright our light can be, bright our light can be. Stars are shining down on you and me, down on you and me. Never shine as bright as you and me, as bright as you and me.
Okay, that was called You and Me by Adam Melvin, coming to Spotify and all the other platforms in
September, hopefully, yeah. September
Fantastic.
2019, hopefully, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, so we've talked about bands you grew up with, bands you kind of discovered in later life. What are the bands or kind of recent bands you like?
Okay, so again, it's kind of in that sort of country, which is strange because my band choice is all kind of rock musicians.
Yeah.
But I'm massively into the whole Nashville scene at the moment, really, which is kind of interesting because I thought that's how my music would come out. But the new songs I've done are sort of more like folk pop. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
But I suppose that's all the different
Yeah.
influences.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jason Isbell, I'm massively into. So he's kind of a bit underground, but he's he won a couple of Grammys the other year. But he's one of these artists because he's not on in the mainstream sort of thing. But in the country scene, he's pretty big. And Tyler Childers, and there's another guy called Luke Combs who I'm quite into. Again, country. So these are all the sort of the modern breed of kind of Nashville.
Yeah. I mean, that is
musicians.
huge, though, isn't it? Even so, if you're not really into country, you don't know these names, but that scene is absolutely massive, isn't it?
They are. I mean, these guys have got a tour bus each. They're so
Yeah.
successful. But if you're out of the country scene, you wouldn't really know of them.
Yeah. If you're outside, and in America, you're outside New York and LA, then they're massive, aren't they?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
yeah.
country music everywhere.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and filling huge venues.
Brilliant.
These guys. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we like to ask about songwriting kind of heroes now as well.
Yeah.
So we've added this to the kind of supergroup lineup. So if you've got your group in place and you'd write a song for the group, so who would if you had to pick one songwriter to collaborate with, who would that be?
Oh, that's difficult. I'd probably have to go a bit more, it's sort of older, I suppose. But maybe Bruce Springsteen.
Okay, bro. Yeah.
I think he would kind of meld the two, the sort of the rock and the country together nicely there. So he's obviously another influence that I haven't mentioned actually.
Yeah.
But Springsteen, yeah.
He can do a lot of styles as well.
He can.
He?
Yeah, he's quite versatile, isn't he?
Writing with the boss, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So let's finish your dream supergroup with a lead singer to duet with. So before you tell us then, this is like the most coveted position really. So tell us some near misses. Who just missed out?
Okay, well, probably Springsteen.
Yeah.
So this is a tough one, isn't it? If Springsteen missed out on it, but definitely Springsteen. Yeah, I think he would be the next one in line. I think. Yeah.
So if this other person's sick, you'd call Bruce
of
in.
course. Yeah. I'm not sure if Bruce would be happy about that, like, being second best.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so who have you gone for as your lead singer to duet with?
Okay, well, I've mentioned him a few times now, so it's not as much of a surprise. But Jason Isbell would be my duet because he can do amazing harmonies. He's an amazing singer. He can hold his own. He was actually in the Manx press recently because he'd done a duet with one of the Bee Gees.
Oh really? Oh right, okay. Yeah, I've seen that photo. Yeah.
So that's actually him. That was Jason Isbell.
Brilliant.
So if he can hold his own with
Barry.
Barry. So yeah.
That's great.
So he'd definitely be he's got the country kind of harmonies, but he's also got that kind of slightly gravelly rock voice.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So let's go through the band then. So on drums we have Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
On bass we have Twiggy Ramirez. Then rhythm guitar we've got Tom Morello. Lead guitar Richie Blackmore. And then duetting with Adam Melvin we have Jason Isbell.
Yeah, Isbell. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And all performing a song written by Adam Melvin and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
It's got a ring to it, yeah.
Great stuff. So you've got your band together.
Yeah.
I'm going to offer you one venue you can play as a one-off gig. Where would you choose?
Okay, so I did think about this. I was going to go for an absolutely huge venue. Where I think I'd take us is the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville.
Okay.
So I think that's about 2,500 auditorium. So it's pretty big, but not stadium, big. So it's intimate enough
Brilliant.
for people to enjoy the new band.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You've put a good band together there.
Yeah.
It'll be fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
great stuff. Well, thanks so much for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
And as we said, you've got some new music coming out very soon, but you have your previous albums on Spotify at the moment and all the other platforms as well.
Yeah. So if you keep up to date, you can get Adam Melvin Music is kind of the web address for all my different platforms. So Facebook /Adam Melvin Music, YouTube, Twitter, it's all the same. If you keep up to date on there, then I'll be talking about when I'm going to release the next songs. But they'll be all up on Spotify, as I said, iTunes, Amazon. Hopefully this month, the first one will be up. So
good stuff. Well, we'll listen out for that.
Yeah.
And good luck with the new stuff.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Cheers then. Thanks, Adam.
Cheers.